Yeah, what of it?
If you're in your mid-20s going grey and questioning reality every day of your fucking life, you're in the right place. Welcome to the Yeah What Of It podcast. I'm your host Harry, and I'm joined by my lovely co-hosts.
Kehan.
And your boy
Fuck
Jay.
me.
One day, right? With
One
enough
day we'll get
practice, We will clock this. Practice. What did I say?
You said Pactus.
You said
Yeah,
practice
that's
like Pac-Man with
close. That's close enough.
That's close enough,
Aight.
yeah. How have your weeks been? I'll
let Jake go first. Nah, you run it.
My week's been pretty chill.
Mm.
I've just been like hella busy with work. I'm slowly learning how to play Overwatch on the PC, which is like trying to wank with your left hand, but your left hand doesn't know what wanking is. Like I know what it's meant to feel like, I know what I'm meant to be doing, but it's not working out that way.
You mean like when I was trying to describe to you, and I had to wipe my ass with the other hand a while ago?
Wait, why did you have to do that?
I busted my arm. I fell over.
Okay, you fell over.
Like an old man.
I
Like an old
forgot.
man as well. Like an old man as well.
I forgot that happened.
Chilling. I'm just here chilling. I fell over and busted my hand.
Who
What the
fucking
fuck?
falls over?
I like to imagine that
25
you're
years
stood
old, man.
still.
I just had
wondering.
to, so then I had to like wipe my ass with my other hand, and it was a very humbling experience. I've never actually had to think about it. Then after that, I was just thinking of all the other things like trying to do it with my other hand, which is strange because I am ambidextrous, but I do still prefer one hand to the other.
So yeah, I've been learning to play Overwatch on the PC.
Yeah.
Other than that, I've been listening to the podcast to boost our numbers so that we think we're more successful than we are. I can have a big ego.
Is that you? Because I've been
That's
looking
me.
at the numbers every day.
I'm just gonna get us involved in a bit of industry drama because I thought this was mad, right? There's this
Industry drama.
industry drama in the podcast scene, right?
Yes, our
So-
industry. Yeah.
Yeah, our industry. Have you guys? I know Jake will, but I'm not sure Harry. That girl who does the chicken shop dates.
Oh, she did
yeah.
one with Louis Theroux.
Yeah, that's it. And
Yeah,
then the
yeah.
song came out. You know how she's got that whole persona of being like awkward and quiet and sort of thing, like when they're doing the thing, whatever.
Is she
Right.
hardcore racist?
Nah. Now imagine her style, right? This new podcast thing just came out on the out of the thing, right? And she is the literal definition of an industry plant, right? So she was on TikTok, mildly famous for doing like parenting things, like, "Ooh, this is what I did with my baby," right? TikTok famous, mildly, and then all of a sudden she came out with the podcast and was just like doing headliner acts, right? It was Mark Cuban one day, Drake another day, just like instantly just started a podcast with like top of the people.
Yeah, where's
And
that money coming from?
Yeah, that's what I say. People, as the term that's starting to be thrown a lot about now, the whole industry plant thing. I'm fully backing it. She just come out of nowhere and just copying this vibe of someone else who's already been doing it pretty well, and I'd think in a more interesting setting.
Well, this is a thing now, though. All the I'm going to call them big time celebrities. I'm using air quotes here because it also
Yeah.
includes little time celebrities. They're all coming to podcasts. I was listening to Coast to Coast FM. Is it FM or AM? One of them. And there was an advert I played before it for some random like comedy podcast, and at the end it was like, "This is hosted by Will Ferrell's podcast network." Fucking Will Ferrell's getting in on it. Has he got nothing better?
Ferrell.
Can he piss off, please, so we have a chance? Go back to making films where he voices a little shitty dog, and lead the podcasts to us. Thank you.
Don't shit on Will Ferrell. He might pick us up and be like, "Yo, you guys." Obviously, this is meant to sound like Will Ferrell. They go, "Yo, you guys.
Go on.
You sound pretty dope. Come on my podcast channel," and we'd be like, "Yeah, sick, no worries."
Fuck me, it's like Will Ferrell's in the room.
Exactly. It's almost as good as your impression of all my southern work colleagues, where you went, "Oh, you."
Hey, how you doing?
I nearly had a conniption today. You know
Sorry?
how
Oh.
a conniption.
Okay.
I could hear Harry frantically googling what a conniption is.
I'm thinking it.
Oh wow!
Um,
Let me. Sorry,
yeah, go on.
I've googled it, and it says another word for it is tantrum, and it's also attached an image. Two for definition. This is the image.
You know how we had the old rant about the plastic straws, whatnot, because of the turtles.
Yeah.
Right. I was sat there at work today. I looked over at workmate Josh, and I saw his little fag. He was next to his fags was his filter box, and on the filter box, I got a picture because I thought this was this sent me in a tizzy. Hold on.
Please tell me it's a turtle smoking.
I do say that butts kill things now. Not meant to throw them on the floor.
Right. I was like, we've already had enough of the straws. Now they're coming after the fucking filters as well.
That's been there for ages.
Wow, Jake, I haven't smoked in a very long time. I didn't notice that, right?
What I like is it says no
Vapes.
flicking. No flicking. You can't flick your cigarette. No. That's a tiny turtle compared to the cigarette butt.
You can't put a full-size turtle on that box. At least you're fucking big.
Yeah, that'd be in proportions, couldn't you?
This is why I vape. It's for the turtles. Vapes can't get stuck in turtles' noses.
Mate,
I
no
think-
turtles dying from straws, right? I'm sorry.
Go on.
It's not a real thing.
No?
Maybe
You're-
one or two.
The odds of a straw falling into the ocean and then flowing...
Here's the thing, though.
right
I
angle
have
into
seen
turtle's
videos.
nose.
I have seen videos of turtles. Granted, it wasn't many, but I have
I've seen
seen a
videos of
video of
turtles,
a turtle with a straw up its nose, and then the guy come along with
Pliers?
what's the fucking thing called? That's it. I
Pliers.
couldn't think of the word, and he's yanking out his nose. So it does
Okay.
happen. Probably
But-
not as much as people say.
If
Would
you-
you put it past someone to put a straw
You'll shove it in their nose.
for clout / I save the turtle?
Yes.
If it happened today, I would definitely be skeptical. The only issue is I remember seeing this video when we were still in school.
Nah.
And this was way before all the Uber clout chasing. It was a long time ago I saw this video.
Did you see the lady on TikTok who was like, "Oh, I've been writing letters and like colouring them in"? She's
What
like, "Oh,
What do you
it's
mean?
come to..." So I don't know if it was the alphabet or she was writing a word, right? She might have been writing Spider-Man, all right. But either way, she was colouring them in different styles for different heroes or Spider-Man, one of the two, right? And she's like, "Oh, I got the letter N, and for me that was Miles Morales."
Oh yeah, it cuts to like
Oh,
a guy
no.
giving the side and like, why? Why is that?
I watched
Oh,
the entire
no.
video, and like the design is quite cool, and like the end result's really nice. But she's either really poorly picked it, because if she's doing the alphabet, you do N for Miles Morales, surely.
Yeah. If I was going with N, I'd go with Nightcrawler. I feel like that's quite a good one.
But if
It
you're doing
is,
a
yeah.
Spider-Man, you could go for Spider-Man Noir.
Yeah.
There's-
Yeah.
There's options out there, and you've gone N. African American.
Miles, of course. Oh, fuck.
How could I be so stupid?
How could I be so stupid?
Do we want to do some? Do we have some news stories?
Well, that's a bit fucking weird.
Anaconda or Loch Thames monster. Man finds bizarre
Oh, yeah.
find in the River Thames. What
Hang,
will
hang on, I need to stick my feet out.
get your
Okay.
toes out.
Go on. I'm
So,
ready.
I'm gonna put the picture in the chat. This bloke found a quote unquote mad thing in the river.
He genuinely
and-
said that.
Fuck.
He said mad thing, right? So essentially, everyone's like, "Oh, it's a Loch Thames monster. It's this huge-headed looking thing." And then some people after this, so someone remarked that it potentially could just be a rock with a bottle top resting on the surface.
Oh,
Other
yeah.
people are convinced it's a wooden post with something red inserted into it.
Yeah.
All right. Other people, and these are the people I like, pointed out that a 5-foot-long snake skin was found on the banks of the River Thames last year. So there's a chance it could be the snake.
That's amazing.
Ooh.
The skin that they found was thought to be from a boa constrictor,
Okay.
discovered by a mudlark called Jason Sandy.
What's a mudlark?
Yeah. A mudlark is someone who scavenges in the river mudbeds for items that could be worth something. So essentially, he just goes walking around in the riverbeds, being like, "Oh, there's a penny."
Okay.
Someone bring me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, in 2021, there was the first full health check on the River Thames in 64 years, and they found sharks, seahorses, and oysters and seals living in its waters. So a snake's not really out of that realm. Sorry. You know, the Thames supports over 115 species of fish.
Sorry.
Say that again.
115 species of fish.
There you go.
Sound like a deflated tire.
I was just having a bit of a
Fish.
a bit of a stroke. It's because my brain moved on to the next word before my mouth did. 92 species of birds and almost 600 hectares of salt marsh, right? So you're telling me there's not room for a big old snake in there?
What would you name it, though?
The snake?
Yeah.
Probably the River Thames monster. That'd be quite boring. Or personally, I'd name him Keith because I think that'd be fun.
Okay.
Keith.
I spotted Keith today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. Kehan, any thoughts on what you'd name it?
What?
The monster in the Thames.
Oh. It'd have to... Knowing the UK and like based on the fact how we tried to name that
Fucking
sewing machine like itsy bitsy tiny anti-slip machiney, I feel like they'll give it a silly name like I don't even know, Slithering Steve or something like that.
Slimy, leggy, wakey, scary monster.
Slimy, snaky, wakey. Yeah, no, the UK will give it something absolutely silly, but because
Call
it's
it Boris because it's a slimy monster.
but because it's obviously the UK and meme culture is currently heavy, I feel like we might get the old classic back. The old I'm a snake.
So
I'm
glad
a
you brought this.
snake.
That or they call it Harambe for iconic sakes.
Harambe? Can't disrespect Harambe like that.
They call it
Can't
Charles.
kill Harambe twice.
Charles. Why? Because he's fat like his fingers.
Snakes don't have fingers.
The snake is as fat as his fingers, you fool.
No, it's because the royal family are secretly reptiles.
Oh,
Anyway.
As Charles's fingers, I'd be living the dream.
Any more from Jake?
Oh, there was just on snakes. There was a man who stuffed 14 snakes into his pockets to try to.
I saw that.
I
saw that.
I was sick of that. I was actually sat at work trying to work this out. We got this like cabling stuff that you obviously use to tidy stuff, and I had like 4 pieces, and I just stuck them in my pocket. Luckily, no one saw me what I was doing in the office because it might have looked like I was taking it, but I just like stuffed them in my pocket. I was like, that's 4 bits there. How are you fitting the rest of them in your pockets? Even if you had like cargo pants.
But
right?
he put them in socks and stockings as well, so they weren't just snake on pocket. It was snake on sock on pocket.
It's still a lot of snake to fit in your pockets.
I'm saying
right?
the snake bits, yeah.
And
You gotta wrap it before you pocket.
I'm just thinking it would have been really awkward to try and fucking try and fit this all in there.
You know what would have been awkward is if someone had walked in on you when you were putting those cables in your pocket, and they said to you, "What are you doing?" And you had to turn around to them and say, sorry, I'm pretending the cables are snakes and seeing how many I can fit in my pockets." Because that's weird.
Exactly that.
Oh wait! I've got the link to the video of him getting the snakes out of his pocket.
There's a video?
This is a video.
Of course
This is
there
a
is.
video.
Of course there is.
Sorry.
We live in the interwebs.
Go on.
I've been listening to like laser tech, retro, psytrance music at the moment, and it's been
Laser
fantastic.
tech.
It's not called laser tech.
I like that they call the guy ambitious.
He is ambitious.
Ambitious man tries to smuggle 14.
Sorry.
Okay, what else
retro
would you go
88
with? What adjective?
Sneaky.
It's not very sneaky though, is it?
Deranged.
That's as sneaky
Deranged,
as two
yeah.
children two children in a trench coat.
Oh, they're big snakes as well. Some of them.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't know how you. I think maybe the better adjective is brazy.
Yeah.
Imagine, yeah, when he pulls the first one out, you're thinking, "Rah, what are you doing? It's just a snake, just chilling. It's not even dead."
Bumbleclaw Egypt, son.
I
It's just a big ass snake.
I've got a couple of news stories, so I'm gonna blast through them really quick. Are you prepared to go on the trip of a lifetime?
Yes, please.
Most people travel by plane when they go abroad. Unfortunately, for some people on an Iraqi airline plane, their flight was delayed after a bear escaped from the cargo hold.
Oh, I saw it. This was it.
It was a big black bear, and it tried to get into the passenger bit, and people were turning around like, "Oh my god, there's a bear!" They don't know how the bear got there, and the Prime Minister has ordered an investigation into how the bear got there. But to be honest, I don't think it's going to be solved. Here's an image of the bear trying to get into the plane.
What's the investigation going to say? Because, like, really, the only useful thing for an investigation was if, like, someone smuggled it on. But just as the snake guy couldn't get the snake through, how are you smuggling a bear?
That's the mystery. Put it in your pockets.
He's going to fit this bear in my pocket. Sir, why is that bulge in your pocket? That's okay, I'm just happy to see you.
I just like it.
My second news story, possibly my favourite headline ever. Dick Bigger loves to have politicians sign his balls. There's a man in America called Dick Bigger Jr., and he goes to political rallies with baseballs and asks presidents and politicians to sign them. He has balls signed by President Obama. And this isn't a joke. His name is genuinely Dick Bigger, and he is a farmer. He's a farmer in Henderson County.
So Dick Bigger Jr. So
yes.
his dad was Dick Bigger.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. And then I've got some, for the first time in a couple of episodes, some spooky news.
You've tuned into Harry's Mystery Segment.
First one, Google Maps user spots spooky mutant girl walking through street. So someone was having a look on a Google Street View, just having a trip through Croatia, as you do, and they spotted two women walking together, and they they spotted this image.
Oh my god! That's like mine.
For those who can't see it, go watch our YouTube, because then you'll be able to see it. But in case you don't, it's an image of two women walking, one of which woman has 2 legs, and one of the women has what looks like 3 legs, with the third one coming down where the vagina would be. She has been dubbed Mutant Girl, and people are still trying to figure out why she looks this way.
It's not figuring out anything. You can clearly see that leg is just a copy of the other one. It's where the camera has messed up.
I know that, but they don't. If I'm someone that spends my time going on Street View in Croatia, I don't think I know how cameras work.
Here's the thing, right? Street View is a wild mess. I don't think I've remembered to send this one into the chat, but and it got removed pretty quickly. There's been a few recently. There was one in Scotland where you go onto this road. It's like a dead-end road, and if you put the little man on it and then go up the road, you turn the camera 90 degrees to the right, then there's just a guy with his todger in his hand in his car. That was a couple of months ago, and the one that was last week is if you went on the maps, put in Amazon rainforest, drop your thing onto the little picture, and it just came up with a 3D image of a guy getting railed. So yeah, the whole Google Maps thing ain't that great.
My last news story, this is a spooky one as well. Famous psychic Uri Geller predicts that aliens will join us on Earth, which sounds very exciting. He said that it could be here within the next 10 to 20 years. He says there's going to be a landing within that time, which is quite a long time to be honest.
That's a very big window.
He says that they're going to come in peace. He says it's not going to be an invasion. He said wherever they come from, and he claims he knows of 2 or 3 species that could destroy us if they wanted to. But they don't want to, and the reason they're not showing themselves now is because they're worried that we're going to nuke them, and they don't want to destroy our planet at all. He said there's going to be a Steven Spielberg type landing, whatever that means. He says he hopes that they land somewhere like the White House lawn or the Eiffel Tower. I'm not sure what he means by that, because when he says Eiffel Tower, I'm picturing them landing on like the tip of it.
Top of it.
Yeah. He said that it's going to be the biggest revelation in history, and that all of our religious questions, all of our archaeological questions, everything's going to be answered. However, he also claimed that the Lionesses were going to win the past weekend, and they did not. So I'm not sure if I believe this. But take it as you will.
So where is he getting this information from? Is it?
I don't
he just
know. He's psychic.
Well, you can't be that great of a psychic. The Lionesses came second. Also, did you see what they did at the airport?
Dunno.
They then spooned their mind.
They landed, right? Obviously, everyone was out there, like they do for the normal World Cup, to be like, yay, like cheering them on for doing a good job, right? And that's what the men's team do every time without fail, right? The Lionesses, they landed and just kited out of a private exit but on their ones.
Oh, that's
Fans came up and down the country to come and obviously cheer them. Oh, yeah, you've done a good job. They were like, no, we don't want to see you. Let's just kite out the side exit real quick. I was like, come on, really?
That's unfortunate.
People coming from ages away to come and cheer them on.
Oh, man. That's quite upset.
Do you have a news
I've been
story?
Ooh. I've got one real quick one.
Yeah. Go for it.
So earlier, I get called by the same bloke about 4 times a day, asking me all sorts of questions because his life's quite okay. And about the 4th time he called me today, I was like, number 1, do you fancy me? And number 2, is there anything else you need? He did profess his love for me, and then he said, can I have the winning lottery numbers? I then proceeded to blurt out 6 numbers.
Mm.
So now I've had to buy a lottery ticket.
In case those numbers win.
Yeah, I wrote them down because I was like, if I say those numbers and they win, I'm going to be the biggest knobhead ever.
Yeah.
I said, if I say those numbers and they don't win, then I've lost like £2 or whatever. But now, potentially the Yeah What Would podcast, I could, like, if I was a multi-millionaire, I could put like 10 grand into our podcast. Just
we could have Will Ferrell on.
Yeah.
Turn us into industry plants.
Yeah.
Easy peasy. I'd be like, hey, yo, Primark, do you want to sponsor us? And they'd be like, no.
Primark?
I don't know. I was looking at these
Why
weird
did you go to Primark?
Greg's at least.
Yeah, Greg's would be alright. We get like free
Harry hates
pizzas
the
and
sausage rolls.
I like the pizza.
You don't like the sausage rolls?
We've had this conversation. He doesn't like them. They're too crumbly. Then you say you just eat them like an adult.
Yeah, we have had this conversation.
I've had nothing but terrible news today. Mate at work today said he doesn't like macaroni and cheese.
Well, this isn't news though. We've told you this information twice.
Right, I have a short memory. All right.
Short cock.
I can't remember
Got 'em.
shit. I will definitely remember someone telling me they don't like macaroni and cheese. What do you mean? Macaroni and cheese is so good.
I do like macaroni and cheese.
Oh.
I don't like sausage
I
rolls.
love macaroni and cheese. The only issue I have is, right, most European and American countries, all the macaroni and cheese is just the wet variety, right?
It's got to be crispy.
No, it's not crispy, right? You can make macaroni and cheese dry, but it doesn't taste dry, if you know what I mean. I have yet to come across someone who can do that. Everywhere you go, it's just like macaroni and just like a fuck ton of sauce. No one's done a really good dry one yet.
Hang on.
Except for my grandma.
Hang on. Go on.
Hi.
I'm not even sure if I picked it up.
I heard hi.
She said hi.
Hello.
Get away from my podcast, you smell.
Thanks, bud.
I am teasing. Your partner.
Hey, no, he's been for real. He's been for real.
Do you have news, Kehan?
I do. It
Oh.
starts off with a mild little rant first, because I like to dip every now and then just seeing what fucked up shit the Americans are doing, right? So the latest one is this stupid bint called Diane Forstein. Don't know if anyone knows about Diane Forstein.
Tell me about her.
I've got no idea.
She is. Let me just 1 second. Let me just find the exact title. I thought I had it written down. She's a United States senator, right? She's old as fuck. 1933 is when she was born, right? She's
Are you
so
serious?
old. Yeah, 1933. She's so old. She's lost her own, right to attorney, meaning she can't make legal decisions for herself, but she can make legal decisions for the whole entire country, right? She's dilapidated. How is any politics being controlled by old people? But then it got me thinking, 1933, that was a long-ass fucking time ago. What has been invented after she was born? And there were some interesting things on here which I thought were quite interesting. So she is older
Is sliced
than...
bread on there?
She's older than the FM radio, right?
Shit.
She's older than Monopoly.
No.
She's older than the first canned beer. She's older than a photocopier. She's older than ballpoint pens.
No.
Those are just the ones from like early on. She's older than the frisbee. Right, so she would have been in her 20s when the frisbee came out.
Your mum was so old. She was before the frisbee. Would be a
Before the
devastating
frisbee,
hit.
older than Velcro, and then the other one that thought quite mad, because on that whole entire list, I just went list of things invented between then and now, but wasn't on there. She's older than Marvel.
Putty, how?
She would have been
me,
6
that is
years
old.
old. She would have been 6 years old when Marvel came out, and they expect this person to run the country. It blows my mind. It absolutely star-spangled banners
Your mind.
me poor little mind.
How is she not heavily racist?
Oh, she runs the country.
You know what we'll do? We'll get her to play PUBG with PewDiePie. And we'll take him to a bridge in game, and we'll see what happens. We'll just let it roll.
But yeah, that was my tiny rant, because I thought that was crazy, and I was like, cool, I have to turn it into something at least interesting, and we can find out all the things she's older than. Mate. The only thing I like to think that I'm probably gonna say in the future is just that like I'm older than Google.
Yeah.
You two ain't, but I am.
Why am I not older than Google?
You're 1998.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
I'm 7.
you?
He's 97. I'm the only
When
98
was-
here.
Google. Oh yeah, shit. My bad.
Yeah, suck my clip, bitch.
You're older
When
than
are
Mr.
you-
Beast.
Wait, yeah, we're older than Google. But anyway, I like that though. I like that we're older than Google. That's the only thing I know that I'm older than.
YouTube.
Obviously, we're older than AI and YouTube. Yeah, but YouTube's not that.
Yeah, but think
but not
about
that
it.
great.
In the future, all the YouTube kids are going to grow up. And I'm like, back in my day, YouTube wasn't a thing.
Are we older than
Didn't have
Amazon?
YouTube. What? Yes. Yeah.
I
We'll be
remember
older
when
than
Amazon used to just sell books. I do remember that. They only sold
Yeah.
books. It's like Netflix when they used to send DVDs.
DVDs to your,
Yeah,
to your
yeah.
gaff.
And you'd have to send it back again.
They still do to a remote part in Alaska. That
Fucking
remote part in
Eskimos.
Alaska also has a Blockbuster.
I was going to
So,
say,
yeah.
oh, mate, I miss Blockbuster. Blockbuster's the coolest shit, because you used to have your mum enough to take you.
It smelled
then
so
you'd
specific.
It did. And you'd be like, oh, mum, can we watch a film? And she'd be like, yeah, of course. And then you go to the kids section, and she'd go to the rom-com section. And I'm like, mum, my favourite film was by dad, but fucking, come on, lighten up. You'd end up watching like El Dorado or some shit.
I know for a fact I own the N to a Blockbuster sign. Is it the N?
There's no fucking N in Blockbuster.
Wasn't-
you help.
How are you spelling it?
Wait.
Blockbuster.
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 I said N because I was thinking.
You fucking
Right.
dickhead. No one
It was a
likes-
long time ago. I was
He's
16
thinking
at
about
the
Miles
time.
Morales.
I was 16 at the time. I owned one of the letters to a Blockbuster sign that used to be in
Shannon.
not Tadley, not Chinham.
I still don't know what you mean.
What's next to Newbury?
Oh, Thatcham.
Thatcham. That's it, because I used to work at Thatcham, and the Blockbusters was obviously closed down, whatever. Then I remember seeing the sign. I was like, yeah, I'm taking that. I'm going to have to find it in my garage. I might put it up on a wall sometime.
Yeah, if you don't want it, I'll have it.
Might not be in the country for much longer. But
Why
the
not?
UK.
Where are you going?
I'm moving, I don't know, Australia?
Fuck us. You talked to your old best friend for like 2
I haven't
hours.
spoken to him in ages. Why are
And
you
now
saying
all
it
of a
like
sudden
that?
you're moving.
Why are you saying it like that? I haven't spoken to him in
I
ages.
was like, go to your old house. I'm here supporting
No,
you.
Jake.
Okay,
This
we
is
hang
the
out all the
UK
time.
kind of is low-key kind of shit.
It's not low-key, it's high
is.
shit.
Exactly,
But everywhere else
Jake.
is like, oh, let's move
What
to
do you mean
Ukraine. That's pretty chill.
Australia's pretty chill.
Is it fun?
Besides the big ass bugs, right, which I've been conditioning myself to involuntarily
What?
to bugs.
What do you mean?
Hanging up those weeds at work.
Nah, I just leave my I've left my back door open for the last
Slut.
3 weeks now, and there's just been bugs and shit coming in. I'm like, all right, cool.
You gotta
held
stay
one.
paused.
It was
Safe word.
it was a big ass moth, and I held it in my hand. I was like, yeah, that's right. I'm the fucking Steve Irwin of these bugs.
Yeah, but big ass bugs in the UK is diddy ass bugs.
I
in
know.
Australia.
But it's just conditioning, all right? It's just a bit of conditioning.
Oh, fucking-
And Australia seems pretty cool.
I'm just imagining Kehan squatting in your flat with like a lamp trying to lure moths in. and
Trying to lure away.
then holding them. And then capturing them and going, oh, I'm ready. Australia, here I come.
Put in my greatest Steve Irwin impression. On. Oh, look at this one there, mate. That's a lovely moth. If I've
Now
ever
that's a
seen
moth.
one.
That's a moth.
That's
Oh,
a moth.
yeah.
That's not a moth.
Damn
This
myself.
is a moth.
That's not a moth. That's Crocodile Dundee, you gib.
Let's get ready to spin that wheel.
Which Pokemon could you take in a fight? And we're going off the original 151.
Correct, Monday.
Ooh.
So do one of you want to get this off? Because I've currently got a much crispy sat in front of me.
You chow down. King, you go first.
Go on.
I reckon. I'm just trying to think original. Who do you reckon could beat the shit out of?
Do you want from list?
Wait. Wait. It's the one that you usually find. Chansey? Is that it? The one that carries the egg round?
Yeah, you could.
I could beat the shit out of a Chansey.
Yeah, but like, so for instance, you could probably batter most starter Pokemons, apart from things like Mankey
dunno.
the Fire Monkey, Growlithe the Fire Dog.
The thing is, one could drown you, one could
Charizard could burn you.
Yeah, but I'm going
and one
starter
could like
starters.
shank you.
So I was going like Bulbasaur as opposed to Venusaur, and I was
Yeah,
going
he could wrap
Charmander.
you the fuck up.
I could batter a Bulbasaur. It's tiny. Think
You
in
reckon
relation
you
to
could
the-
batter Bulbasaur?
Mate, I would just tear off its fucking little onion top at the start. I'm going extreme violence. If I'm going like the henchest Pokemon that I could beat up, I don't know. Mr. Mime I could probably beat up. He looks a bit pedo-y. I could probably trick him into
He's
coming
done
close.
unspeakable things to me.
Yeah, he'd come nice and close, and then bang, elbow to the face, he's dead. Because like realistically, there's a bunch of birds and rats, which is like the majority of the Pokedex. Everything's either a bird.
You
or
couldn't
some
catch
bird
them
with
though.
scary
You
back.
couldn't catch them.
Yeah, but it's fighting me. I'm not assuming
Yeah,
it
but
was
you also
right.
got to. You also got to think about what fucking powers they use.
Yeah. So like, the birds have sand attack, some form of peck/scratch, and then some wind attack, right?
Yeah.
I'll give you that the Raticate, when it's fully evolved, has fucking Hyper Fang, which is just bites really quick. Bug Pokemon are probably more scary because they've got all that poison shit going on, and I'm not immune to poison. Fire Pokemon, you're staying the fuck away from because realistically, you don't want to be burned.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like Bulbasaur, he's gonna do what? He's gonna do Leaf Flurry, and then you're just gonna brush away some leaves and then batter him. I think anything that I can lift up and yeet into the floor, I've got a winning chance against. But I think
what's the biggest one you reckon you can take?
I'm looking biggest. Mr. Mime takes
How
slow.
big's Dig Trio?
Dog Trio. They're not very big.
Aren't they?
No.
Ah, I thought because there's
three.
three of them, it might be a little bit bigger.
Hang on,
Slow Row I could take. He's the bloke with the shell on his tail.
I reckon. Oh, what's the duck? When he upgrades and then he goes blue.
Psyduck?
He's pretty sizable. Gold duck, that's it.
But he's
I
got
reckon.
psychic abilities.
Right.
So you'll go near him, he'll give you autism.
Okay.
Can't give me what I already have.
Hang on. I can find the heights of these characters. Who did you just say?
Was it Gold Duck? Gold Duck.
Gold Duck. Okay.
How big is Gold Duck?
How big do you think he is?
He's 3'4".
I reckon like 2 meters. Nah, 1.5 meters.
Golduck is the same height as me. 1.7 meters, give or take.
Oh, it's close.
I could knock that bill round his head though.
Could you? But is there anything bigger than him? Do you reckon he could take any of the
Absolutely.
snakes? I don't fucking know any of their names.
Nah, considering the snakes are taller than the human character, like the human adults in the anime, I'm not touching that. Like Machamp is someone that no one's taken on. Let's be real.
He's gonna fuck you up.
What's the one with all the faces?
All the faces.
Pardon?
He's got loads of faces, no arms, 2 legs. Kind of looks like a tree.
Udo Woodo.
Oh, Executor.
Possibly.
He's got
Yeah,
loads of
dude.
faces and looks like a tree.
Yeah.
He evolves from a clutch of eggs.
I reckon I
X,
could beat
yeah.
the shit out of him. He's got no arms. It would
That's
just feel like
true.
having a fight at the Paralympics.
But he's Mike Tyson entered the Paralympics for boxing.
Why? Because of his lisp. That's his disability. He just in the
have a
box
lisp.
and just beating the crap out of a blind guy.
See, I've got pictures of the 151, so I can have a look. If you like, yeah. Like
Okay, Doug Trio is 2'4".
2'4".
Really?
But there's 3 of them, and I don't know if
Well,
they have
that-
mouths.
Got
That-
a stat. They do have mouths. Do they?
I
thought
don't
they
know.
did.
No, they don't. The nose, the red thing's their nose. But they're also 2'4" out of the ground. No one knows how big they are under the ground.
That's true.
I like those pictures where it's just like the Doug Tree's head, and it's just like the 3 guys holding onto each other in like underwear underneath. What about Ditto? Do you reckon you could beat the shit out of a Ditto?
Yeah, 'cause
Would it just turn into you?
He's got to turn into you, yeah.
You're just fighting yourself.
Yeah, but I've beaten me off since I was 16. I can do it again.
You could beat. Sorry.
I reckon, if we're talking starters, I reckon the easiest one would be Charmander. Because that little flame on the end of his tail, if you extinguish that, he dies.
Yeah.
So you just blow
So,
it.
if you've got, like, a
He's
super soaker, and a fireproof blanket and a super soaker, he's dead.
Hey, hold on. Why are you just coming in with all these backups? You're fighting as you is.
Okay,
But
man.
even then, I could run and punt him in the face.
Yeah, how
What,
big is
before you could just
Charmander?
blow some fire.
Yeah, you can run.
You
through
could blow
fire.
fire pretty damn quick.
Charmander's 2 foot.
Yeah, I'm a 2 foot him to the throat. Like
2 foot him to the throat.
he's not that big.
Nah.
And up until a certain level, he only knows Scratch to start with. It goes Scratch, then Growl, then Ember. It's not even Flamethrower. So realistically,
Nah,
you
you're
can
taking
run up with it.
they're done out.
The thing is,
Yeah,
Not just
there's one of them. Oh, I know who I'd take. Metapod. And let me tell you why.
what that tiny little fucking stupid thing. Yeah.
He's only got one ability, and that's Harden.
Well,
So-
even
Yeah.
If I
if
could
you
just...
catch him with a Caterpie, then he has Tackle.
Well, that's the issue. If he's a Caterpie, he can, like, web me up and shit. But Metapod, I think I can just... As long
would
as I hit
argue-
him hard enough.
What happens, Harry,
Hmm.
when you run out of move PP? It's called PP. I don't know what
It
it
is
stands
called
for.
PP.
PP.
Power points?
Yeah, but when you run out of move power points or PP, you then get struggle. which means he can struggle and damage you.
Okay.
How far can you kick a Togepi?
I couldn't kick it any far. My foot would just go through it. It would stay stationary. They'd be fucking yoked for miles. Like.
How do I spell that?
What?
Togepi.
Togepi, right? How big do you reckon a Togepi is?
It's like shin. It's like shin height.
It's like
that.
a foot. Misty carries it. It barely covers her torso.
It's 1 foot.
Yeah, there you go. It's a Subway sandwich long.
Could you beat up a Subway sandwich?
Could you beat up a Subway sandwich?
That screams.
that goes.
Because it's just imagine though, like you roll up and say you're kicking the shit out of a Togepi, and then just out of nowhere, Pinsir arrives or fucking Kabutops.
Togepi is Generation 2 though. He's not part of the original 151.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's in fact even in that picture it says that then along came Togepi.
Oh.
Yeah, my bad.
But Generation 2 is pretty good.
Yeah, Gen 2 is awesome. That's where you get Toad style.
What about Snorlax? You can take on Snorlax?
I think
No.
Snorlax was Generation...
He's one.
He's one.
Yeah.
If you Pokefleet him.
Snorlax would beat the shit out of me. And he wouldn't
He
even
just
have to do
roll on
anything.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you just kite the rolls. Just what?
You're playing Elden Ring while he's playing Pokemon.
Yeah,
That's
I'm playing
true.
Elden Ring. I'm just doing the dodges out here. It's like, I fought Melania before. I know how to do this. More rocks. The rocks is the answer to everything.
That's the question though. Are they going to fight you like a Pokemon?
I would imagine so.
Oh, what? Turn-based fighting?
They're going to turn-based.
Oh,
I'm
turn-based.
gonna go in, and I'm just going to elbow and repeat. Just get on top of it. Get the mount off, and then just start going pound town. Whereas they'd be like, use Fire Blast, then it's got to wait until I'm done my turn. But if I don't stop, then my turn's never done.
I think I win. My fighting name is Wicked Skangman.
Is that also your Pokemon name, if you're a Pokemon?
Yeah, if I'm a Pokemon trainer, I'm Wicked Skangman, so I win the fight. I got 2 knives.
Okay.
My 2 Skegs. And I'm wicked.
Doesn't really leave me with much.
My secret fighting name is
He's got that dumpy.
Mayo the Sauce.
He's made of sauce. I'm still dumpy.
You're still dumb.
You can just
Oh, yeah.
Dumpy, use Dumpy, Dumpy.
And I just like twerk my way over him and sit on him. How'd you like them?
I'm very upset with the image of you twerking, Harry. I'm sorry. I love you. But
Just
I don't
wait till
wanna see
Scotland.
it. Oh fuck!
That's how I'm going to get...
We'll get him on the rum.
Get him on
Speaking
the
of
wine.
rum, Dead Man
KFC
Finger's
rum.
doing a KFC rum.
Does it taste of
And I
KFC?
need- yeah, I don't fucking know. I haven't
It's inspired
tried
by
it
the
yet.
11 herbs and spices.
Mm.
Reckon
Oh.
that's going to be so good.
I'm just looking at... Sorry, just, Poliwag. I reckon I could take him.
Yeah, Poliwag
See
is...
with a hypnotizing tummy.
No, it has got it, but it doesn't have any hypnosis moves.
Mm.
It's just
Ah.
spurts water and then learns punch.
Yeah, it's just wet.
Oh, yeah, it's the one with the Mickey Mouse gloves on.
Yeah, but he's got no arms yet at this stage.
Oh, right.
So I do have the upper hand.
Poliwhirl's when he gets bigger.
Yeah.
And then Poliwrath is when he's big and fighty.
I mean, there's Pidgey. Pidgey's effectively a pigeon. I think I could beat up a pigeon.
Birds.
Could you be up a pigeon?
I don't know, they
Have
are
you ever
frightening.
beat up a pigeon? Have you ever killed a pigeon?
Not as far as I know. Maybe I left a straw when I was a kid and the pigeon went and snorted the straw. I don't know, but
I feel like pigeons aren't that stupid.
If it hadn't have struggled, it would have survived.
I have seen a
Speaking of
pigeon try
twerking.
to eat another pigeon. Yes, twerking.
If you say something and Mike Mazowski agrees with you, he's just twerking.
Oh god.
What?
If he agrees with you, if he shakes his head and agrees with you, he's just twerking.
If he disagrees, he's still twerking.
Well, no, you don't just twerk left and right. You got to have a bit of up in there so you get the jiggle. You don't twerk by just... I don't know, I'm not a twerking expert. I could
Yeah,
be
you
wrong.
are. I bet you did twerking in your spare time, just twerking at
Yeah,
mobs.
yeah. I'm just
Come
in
together.
here. Twerk team. Shabuya.
yeah, so good.
Shabuya.
I
Oh,
heard
fuck
you were
off.
Lizzo's backup dancer before she felt you fired. Mate, she's out here body shaming people. It's
So
just
Harry's gonna twerk them to death.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the stereotypical Croydon thing. Just
And
get
then-
man down.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna not stop hitting them, so it's all continuously one move, and they can't hit me back.
So you just cheating.
No, it's one move. It's just like on repeat. Like Fury Cutter does like up to 5 hits, whereas Jake Punches do up to 1,000,000 hits. So
So he's just cheating.
If you had to fight a legendary Pokemon, which legendary would you choose to fight
What are the legendary
of any generation?
I don't
Of
know
any-
any of them. Besides Mew,
How would you fight Mew?
the little one seems pretty easy.
But he's psychic.
Again, right? Nothing goes on in my head most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
I just sit here playing shit mindlessly. That's how I get shit done.
Yeah.
I just don't pay attention. You can't psychic. It's like
You can't psychic what's not there.
it's like psychic is it works in a different way. So like all those like mediums and all those like there's a TV show
oh yeah,
of psychic mediums, right? They only work on stupid people because they fall for the trick, right? It's literally tricks on how they do it. I watched the thing on how they do it. It's actually pretty cool, and it's it's a weird craft to learn. But only fools fall for that, right? I ain't no fool.
you're
I ain't
fucked.
falling for his psychic stuff.
To wrap up, which Pokemon are we all taking?
I'm going with my original. What did I say?
Uh,
The pink one,
Oh,
Clefairy. No, I
Chansey.
didn't say Clefairy. Chansey. That's it.
Chansey.
I could beat the shit out of Chansey. I'll crack the egg,
Right.
then I'll crack it.
How do I spell Chansey? How do I spell Chansey?
There's an E in it.
CHANSEY. On the picture
S-E-Y.
I sent you, third
Oh
one
yeah,
in,
yeah.
third one down.
So Kehan's taken out Chansey. Jake, who you taking?
It's a tough one. I could do them all pretty much on hand. Mr. Mime. I'll bat at Mr. Mime.
You going back, Mr. Mime?
But-
Yeah, unspeakable things.
Do unspeakable things.
I'm,
Mr. Mime.
I'm
It's
gonna-
just for Mime one. There's a woman. There's a
Jinx.
Jinx is blackface.
She's
Oh,
blackface.
Mime.
Yeah.
Alright, never mind then.
I mean, I can't do that. It's racist.
And
What are
I
you doing, Harry?
am going to take Metapod because all he can do is harden. So as long as I'm quick about it, I should be fine.
He's gone for such a safe option. Is the cow in the first one?
Yeah, the cow is in the first one. You know about
could be-
Miltank, you know about the other one.
Yeah, I could beat the shit out of the cow.
Okay, well, if I had to go dangerous, I'd probably go for, hang on, Cubone. I think I could kick the shit out of a Cubone.
Really?
But it's got armor.
Yeah, but only on his head.
Yeah.
He's still got bollocks.
Vitals. I don't think they do they.
Well,
How
yeah,
do Pokemon fuck?
you can breed them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. But I
Cubone,
thought
the armor on his head is his dead mum's skull.
Yeah.
they laid eggs.
They do. They all lay eggs. But
So
you still
then
got to wank onto an
there's-
egg to fertilize it.
That's true.
Yeah, but you might not have a dick.
I don't know.
Seahorses don't have dicks. They just spurt it into the water.
So do I.
Hope for the best.
I don't even
If
hope
I'm
for the best.
That's Jake and the kiddies pool.
Shaking the kiddies pool. Oh,
That's
no.
what and microgrowth lads.
Just put it into the water and hope for the best. Don't you
Christ.
cut this out. Don't you cut this out.
Okay.
You fucking cut this.
No. We need more unhinged stuff. We're too safe.
Okay, I'll leave it in.
Yeah, Kean's been trying.
Right, now we need to start on my manifesto. No, I'm joking.
Right, I'm going to spin the wheel.
yeah.
Here we go. And it's landed on number 20, which is... Oh, this is a good one. How would you capture Bigfoot? Before we go, please remember to subscribe or follow us. We are available to listen to on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. You can also find us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, where we post updates and teasers for upcoming episodes. If you'd like to get in touch with us to give us some feedback or submit a question, visit our website, which is down in the description, or email us at yewhatofitpodcast@gmail.com, or drop us a message on our socials. Thank you again for listening, and remember to subscribe and share with your friends. Right, we've got to do an outro.
It's your turn, Harry.
That's true.
Thank you for listening to the podcast where you see all the crazy stuff here. My name is Harry, followed by Kehan. Make sure to follow us on all our socials. Thank you, bye.
No, you can't use that, Harry.
I'm keeping that in.
That was my terrible New Zealander accent.
Go on.
Hello, everybody. My name is Tana Makaturu, and thank you for listening to the Year What of It podcast. It's been absolutely amazing having all of you here. As always, my name is Kehan. I'm here with as well.
Your boy
that
Jake.
was Harry, and obviously Jake who came in there last. Thank you for listening. Make sure to follow us on all our socials. Have a good day. Bye.
Yeah, what of it?
Spread my ass.
What the fuck?
Spread my ass.
Bye.
What is Harry? Is Harry mute? Harry's muted himself for some reason.
I wish you wouldn't play fucking Spread My Ass.
Spread my ass.
Oh, for God's sake.
Spread my ass.